Welcome to this moment when we're reaching for what we're longing for. We're choosing. It's not a very, doesn't translate well. Um, we're cultivating, we're nourishing our sense of community in ourselves. How important that it is to all human beings. Some I know will insist that they have no need for community. And to which I say, and where do you get your coffee from? I think there's a lot of community in our lives that we never even acknowledge, that we never pay attention to. So many people that are in our community that contribute to our lives moment by moment. And we're in our own little world thinking we're doing it on our own. We're so deeply interconnected. So remembering that, falling back into that, starting with our inner community. There are parts of me and my inner community, family members, community members, that are so active in the morning and just check out in the evening. For example, they're like, oh, I'm exhausted. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to access another part of you at this point because I'm checking out. Has that ever happened to you? So this is about looking at our inner sense of community. It's so busy in there when we look inside, when we, just like we don't notice how many people in our world supporting us that, we never even pay attention to. And sink into that internally, inside ourselves. Find that inner sense of, there's very young parts of us. There's teenager parts of us. And become aware in this moment of first of all a larger sense of knowing and being, and this is the our self in presence, our the one that can be with all members of our inner community. There's a thousand, a million different terms for that part of us, of our community. The one who's kind of is able to mediate between our inner community. When we're fighting, when one part of us wants to be really busy supporting a friend, another member of our community, that's what came alive in the middle of the night. Yeah, I've been selected to sort of be my friend's media liaison for the publishing of his book. And if you know me, I don't know anybody who's less involved in social media than I am. And there's a part of my inner community that really wants to contribute, and it's like, okay, I'll show you what I can do. It's just so funny and so beautiful too, to be able to have a part of our inner community that says, okay, yeah, I want to support my friend. I want to be there for you. You have an amazing book that the world needs to read. It's amazing. So finding a part of your inner community that is into that, because if not, that's okay. Certainly I'm trying not to let my feelings of inadequacy get in my way. And that is a much younger part of us. I'm thinking the part that is, well, maybe it's not younger. The one in my community that doubts, I guess. And we all have those members of our inner community that we need to hold carefully. We need to acknowledge when they show up, what their needs are. It's so important. Just like I want to honor every member of my inner community, even the ones that I struggle with at times. So we have the same aspects of our inner community as outer. I'm sure you all know that. That's obvious, right? If we're struggling with those, like that person in my, or people in my Sangha that are harder to love than others. Like, what are they needing? What is it my job to provide it? Maybe not. But for our inner community, what are those parts that we still want to do that process to get rid of them, to stop? Like, who wants to ever feel doubt, right? And I want every member of my inner community to know they belong. Even if they feel in doubt sometimes. Even if they feel scared. I think in IFS you might call them a firefighter. They're like, no, this is dangerous, don't go in there. We need to be safe. And in my world, I see it as like, okay, there is that all parts of our inner community that are valuable, that are important, that are beloved. And it's such a reminder that there's ones in my outer community that are hard to be with, that I want to somehow acknowledge that they have needs and be open to getting along with them. Just that. And we all have it. Inner communities, outer communities, and then the world community. So take this time to sit quietly and be with our inner communities. Most important. If there's any part of our inner community that needs some more attention, that's coming forward with just this invitation, this is a great opportunity for exploring that. Or kind of scratching our head around, oh, what is that person in my world that I struggle with? How to include them more, how to adore them more, and bring more love, peace, happiness, acknowledgement to all beings in the world, so they may benefit from our practice. Thank you.